Good morning. Well, I should say good day to everybody, in case it's a different time where you are or when you watch this. I'm having my morning coffee and working on my more manly cigar type journal. Not that it smokes or anything like that, but this is where the journal will go. And then we have our belly band here. We have a pocket we put in. Ta-da! And we put in this flip. And that is the end of this journal. But I noticed this flip is catching up on here. So we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you how. But first I want to say welcome everybody and welcome new subscribers. It's so good to have you all with me, and I'm really glad you're here. Thank you for choosing to watch my channel, and let me know if there's something special you want to see. I have a feeling I can do just about anything that is related to this subject. If not, we can sure play with it and figure it out together. So let me have a sip of coffee, and then we are going to get busy on this band, figuring out how to keep it in place. So what I've done here is I have cut a strip of my paper that has the ruler thing on it, and I have, I've got that, oh goodness, everything's falling down. And I've only cut it about, an inch and, maybe 1.25 inches wide. And the reason I did that was because I wanted it to be very firm. I have folded one end. It doesn't matter how far you fold it. I'm going to tell you why. And I've cut 2 pieces. I brought this one up to here because I just liked the way that looked. And then this one comes down and it connects to that one. Now these are connecting with magnets. Might as well use up those magnets, huh? Anyway, I'm stuck. I forgot what I was going to say. I need to make this a little sturdier. See, even though it's nice heavy duty paper for a magnetic band, it needs a little more oomph. So let's oomph it up by cutting second pieces. One for the bottom one, and one for the top band. Okay? So let's glue these together. We'll start there. When we take this tape off, I taped my magnet down because of the way it was facing, its sticky part was up. And it's just the way these worked out. So we have score tape that tapes them down just fine and dandy. Let me move this, and let me pull you in a little bit. Got to get my glue working. Now I'm going to put some glue right over the fold area of the band so that fold sticks together very well. And that way it won't be shearing off at some point. We sure don't want it to do that, because once it's on there, it'd be hard to replace it if something happened to it. We don't want it to shear off until it's like 110 years old. Look at that. I keep getting off the I'll keep hitting the table with the glue. Oh, and then go around your magnet. The reason you want to go around your magnet is to be able to form this piece to it. And when the paper gets wet, it starts absorbing the waters in the glue, the water in the glue, and then it makes the paper more workable. Now, if for some reason these don't line up on the other side when we get done, we will trim it to size if necessary. If we can't cover it with ink. So this is why we put that glue there, so we can just kind of work around it until this starts forming into that little groove, till it makes a little groove around the magnet. And I'll show it to you here in just a second. Okay, let me get my towel, wipe up my glue a little bit. You'd think as much as I use this, the table would be clean, but it's not. Well, you can see it's a little bit too big here, so we will trim that little piece off in just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, where you see the little lump. It's starting to form nicely around that glue is starting to form nicely around the magnet, and the paper is forming with it, and that's because we've added that extra glue and it's working the paper so that we can get it down nicely. Don't want to poke through your paper, that's for sure. Okay, so let's have a look at this and I find the big scissors work pretty good for this, if they're clean. And we will just trim. Ooh, almost cut into my 14. Don't cut the 14, Angela. Might be your lucky number today. Not that I should have a lucky number, but hey, why not? Let's all have a lucky number today. Okay, so that's good enough for me. I'm going to go around it now with some ink. And my ink is back here, so excuse my reach. I had to shove everything back because we had the drawing for the journal. There's the ink. Now, what about a little ink dauber? Oh, ink dauber, where did you go? Did you travel to England to meet the Queen? Oh, dear me. Well, when that happens, we just go to the ink dauber drawer and we look for something that resembles, not black, well, let's just grab one. And I've got two pink in there, so let me pull that pink off. And we'll just attach it. Ta-da! We have an ink dauber! So pick the side that you want up and ink around that side. Well, I guess you will see the other side as well, so if you would like, you can ink both sides. This is going to get glued under, so we don't have to worry about that. I need to put more ink in there. Oops, I just inked it and didn't need to. Okay, so we have that one done. Now let's do the other one. It has a magnet as well, so it's the same way. Now this one has a glue under it, but I think just for safety's sake, I will get out my trusty score tape here, tear a little piece off, and just glue it down with some tape. Now if you use score tape, it's really easiest to get the tape off by poking it, and then it'll come right off. The best pokey thing to use is your pokey tool or your awl, and that picks it right up. So I'm going to work this glue around here, put it on top, go around all the edges, get that crease where it's going to fold. Am I on camera? Am I off camera? Am I on or am I off? And attach that to that one. Okay, and then work around that magnet again. Okay, well it's 9:15, so I have to kind of watch my time because I have to be somewhere in a little bit. I have to go and work at the genealogy for a little bit today because we have new web service coming in to update us to faster speed. We are moving into the digital world with our genealogy society. You'd be surprised what we have in there. We have stuff from all over the world. Just unbelievable. We get estates, and we incorporate everything that they send us into the genealogy society. Even if they send like if there's little trinkets and stuff like that that belong to the person and they don't know what to do with them, we incorporate those into memorabilia boxes, so that family can come in and see those items. Once they are in our possession, we don't give them out to anybody. The reason for that is that if you gave one to one family member, well, what about the other family member, you know? And so we will get them set up to do their research on that part of their family, and we go from there. Okay, so let's start here. I want this off to the side. I realize it covers up his face, but that's okay. We want to leave our space here so we can put things in our pockets. But mostly, I just felt like it needed to be as close over here as possible to hold this down. That's pretty tight there. So I'm going to start with this one, and I want to position it right where I want it, which is right about there. I'm going to hang on to that, and I'm going to come back here and get my glue on there. Now remember, you will have a little bit of a bend here that is taking up this space between the bottom of the book and this top piece of the book. So you don't need to glue that all in. It will probably glue like that did, but wipe it off Otherwise, what's going to happen is it's going to glue down to your page, and then it's going to rip right here. So the best thing to do would be to get as much of that glue off of that little bend as possible. Experience talking here. So you want to leave that little 1/16 of an inch there, this 1/16 of an inch on that fold open, okay? So that this will continue to work. Otherwise it will glue down right here, and when you go to flip it open, it's going to tear all this paper. Okay, so now we flip this back to here, and we bring this one in. And now this is a little more critical part here. You want this to line up really well, because if it's wonky, it's going to adhere to the other one wonky. So let's unwonky it and find our best spot, and then hold it and flip it over. I'm really pressing down pretty hard on it. This time I'm going to try and miss that little piece there. It'll probably still go in there. It's easy enough to wipe it off. Okay. I'm going to press both of those down because they need it. We'll probably put a bulldog clip on it here in just a second. Okay, let's turn that over and take a peek and make sure we didn't move it. Well, it looks pretty good. Looks like it could have gone over just a little bit, but I think it's okay. No, I don't like it. Going to see if I can pull it up. It's okay because we're going to put it back on this. Oh, it needed to come up just a little bit. We don't want the wonky gazoo here. Hopefully that'll stay down. May not want to. Then open this up. Oh, see? It's still off. Now it's got to go back the other way. We'll be remaking it before you know it. There. That's it right there. Okay. Pretty soon I'm going to have to put a whole new back on here. Well, if it's off this time, it stays off. Okay. That looks better. Okay, come back in here and you can see that now it stayed too long against the paper, so it's tearing. So what we'll do here, there's a fix for everything. We have some of this washi tape. I'm going to cut it off, and we're going to use it. It's kind of nice because it has a tape measure on it. And we're going to first, let's put some ink in there. To cover up the color. Okay, so we are going to make a little hinge with this tape. I'm going to turn my tape so that it matches up down here a little bit. I'm lining it up with the line on the paper. And then I'm going to press it down in there. Okay, so that gives us a nice little hinge there. We'll have to trim that little piece off right there. And glue that down. And that is how you fix it. If you leave it just that little bit, it does start tearing the paper. So, and you can see it's kind of happening down here as well. So let's go ahead and give that a better hinge too. That one's not long enough. And we'll leave it a little wonky on the edges. That's my word for the day, wonky. Oh, wonky, wonky. So now we are gluing this part so that it will stay. Otherwise, this tape won't stay. First warm day, it'll pop right up. And I'm going to turn the measures downward. So just lining that up on my words here so it kind of looks like it belongs there. And then let's flip it over and cut pieces of tape that don't belong. Sorry if my head's in the way. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. So there we go. That just kind of fixes it right up. Okay, that's going to hold that down now. Yay! We've got that part done. Okay, so now what we're working on is pockets, and we'll have to put a back on here. I think maybe for the back we will use maybe this dark brown this time. What do you think? Now we don't need to cut it edge to edge. It kind of looks better leaving a little bit of the brown envelope showing around the edge. Must be time for a sip of coffee. Okay. Let me cut this piece of paper. It'll be off to the side here. If I can see my pencil line. Yeah, I think it's right there. We do want it to be pretty close. Let me put those back there. They're getting in the way of my light. No wonder I couldn't see things. Okay, let's make sure it's going to fit. Yeah, a little edge at the top, a little bit of an edge at the bottom. But I need to cut some more off of this side. The thing I'm trying to avoid is a deep curve on this one. But I do have some little pieces cut that we might use on this. Just, we'll see here in just a second. And they will be fabric to kind of help with this curve that we've got going here on the journal. Okay, so let's ink that up. Do we want tobacco leaves back there? Or the brown? Maybe tobacco leaves, huh? Well, I think we'll go with the brown. Gotta watch my time. Like to stay here all day. Once I get in here, I don't want to leave all day. Except for to take a break and go visit with my hubby for a bit. And if I had a bigger space, I'd probably just stay in here all day. Because I would never want to leave. But sometimes the cat and the dog come in and create a ruckus. So that usually tells me it's time to go out and play with them for a little bit too. I'm going to have to squeeze this harder. Tina, I haven't heard from you yet. You better check out the channel challenge giveaway or you'll be missing out. Be sure you contact me at the email I listed. Let's try this. My unworking glue reminds me of Tina because she's always having a problem with her glue. I know on mine I need to clean the tips this time because they're getting quite grungy. I have grungy tips. Okay. Work this around your hinge so it stays glued down. If this is not going down, then you probably need to put a little more glue under it. Yeah, see right there. I didn't get right up to the edge, so Okay. That looks good. Very good. Yep. Very nice. Oh, that goes here. Okay. Hi, Libby. How are you? You a good girl? You are, huh? No, stay out of the garbage. Back up. Back up. You got my cord. Okay, so I noticed that I had these little cards. They're Tim Holtz card. And I was thinking, you know, I should use some of these. Oh, she just ran off with something. I wonder what it was. But I was thinking that why couldn't these be like decorative pieces on the, you know, on here? That's almost a pocket, isn't it? There's that guy. That could be his business card. But, yeah, I was thinking, gosh, some of these could be like really cool designs on here. You know, we could dress them up a little bit, put a little kind of copy what's below them. Like, here's a little tag or doily, you know, and on this one there's lots of tape behind it. Let's see, that is a pocket that flips this way. So we could put a nice little pocket on the back here. Yeah, that one's a little bit smaller, so let me just hang on to that one. These here are a little bit taller. Let's have a look. Yeah, perfect pocket. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Yeah, definitely a perfect pocket. Ooh, that's a nice one. That would go nice with this page. Yeah. Yes, 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 it would. And that's a nice one too. It's in the blue though. That's in greenish. That would be good. Map would be good. It's kind of nice and kind of manly there. But I think I like this one the best for a pocket. So let's put a little thumb hole in that. And these are thin enough. I'm going to just give this a little bend right there to get my center. Little thumb hole. Okay. Now, this one. Yeah. How cool is that? Very neat. So that works out pretty good right there. Now on this one, I kind of like that, but that yellow rose maybe doesn't go with it. Let's go back to the little typewriter guy. And well, even that, you know, could go sideways. Any of them could go sideways. Why not? And they could become a little side tuck here for like maybe a business card or something. There's the typewriter. But you know, I think I like those designs a little better. Oh, there's another really nice one. It goes with the one on the other side. Look, we will put it right there. So let's ink around it. And then if we decide to decorate it up a little bit, we can put a little bit of doily here and a little bit of a stamp. There's all sorts of things we could do if we want to come back and decorate it a little more. I'm trying to keep in mind that I'm thinking that this might be for a man, and maybe he's not going to want it all spoofy and blingy. You know, maybe he wants it just, you know, how he wants it. Of course, it could be for any man or woman. Of course, even I could carry this one. I wouldn't mind at all. It'd be very, very nice. So, then I was thinking, on the front we have this guy right there. I'm almost wondering if I should cut that and lift it up a little bit and put it on here. See, it's the same thing. I would have to, it's a little larger than this one. But wouldn't that be kind of cool? To kind of give that a little raised look. And there's a train engine employee card. This could become a nice side tuck here. Because this is pocket day, isn't it? And then we could decorate it up a little down on the edge or at the top. We could make some little doodads. The other thing I have, before I forget, is these are a little bit larger. So they could become a taller pocket. But I was thinking that maybe we need some place right here for a tuck. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I can get that drawer out. Oh, goodness. The drawer. Oh dear. It's the drawer. Tape measure. We have tape measures in here. Lion coffee. That would almost be a good one too, but it's almost too big, isn't it? Yeah, this one too, it's almost too big. That's the nice thing about this one, is it just goes from here to there and you can put something in it. Like, I don't know, if you had a letter or something you needed to tuck away for later. Receipt. So it looks like that's kind of what I have that's about that size. Oh wait, here's a smaller one. Well, it's not really that much smaller. Oh, here's another one of these. Oh, look at that. That is nice. That would go good over on the other side. There's no reason why. And look, Carol. I found some bigger ones. So, let's see. I mean, as far as it goes, it could just be a tall pocket. We already have a tall pocket. What did I do with the other one? I lost it now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She lost it. I must have put it in the drawer. That could be dangerous. There it is. Okay. So, time card for railroad. Time, return, and delay, report of engine, and train employees. Whew, that's a lot of words in there. So we are going to want to put a thing in the middle of that. I can't bend that one so much, but it is 5.5 inches. So if I go there and there, it's about 13. It's about right where the F is on of. Good enough. So I think we'll go ahead and put that right here as a little pocket that goes sideways. Nice thing about these cards is they're really heavy duty. They're kind of glossy though. I'd prefer they were not glossy. But us buyers can't have everything, can we? Okay. Whoa, there it goes. Did you see it sliding? I thought it was in the snow. Okay, we're going to have more pockets than we need in here pretty soon. Writing space. Ah, there's the measuring page. I think it has enough. It has 2 pockets here and a writing space, so it will need something in there. Maybe a couple of these small cards that can be written on. This, maybe. Let's ink them up first. So one there. And maybe one there. Okay. And then let's see. There's that calligraphy one, or calligraph typewriter one. Ooh, that's a nice one. Let's do those two. Just don't have much writing space. This one doesn't, but it has some. Could write a quick phone number there. What about this one? Oh yeah, lots of writing space here. Nice thing about these is they kind of stick out there on the edge a little bit. If you don't want them sticking out, maybe they could go in this way. No, they cannot. So maybe we don't want those. See, they're going to stick out too far. We have to rethink that one. So guess, oh, because we had to glue the bottom of the pocket. That's right. Oh, there it went. We just got to open the pocket back up. It's glued shut. There we go. Okay, let's check this one out. Yeah, I glued it shut. Okay, now I've unglued it shut. I thought, you know, I kept looking at them thinking, gosh, it should fit. Oh. There we go. Okay. Whew, that's better. Okay. Couple good writing spots. Now we have this one. But now the butterflies don't go back here, do they? But we could put one of these back here for a pocket. Or this way for a side tuck. I think that would be better. What do you think? Yeah, I think that's what we'll go for. But I think what we'll do is round the corners a little bit. That'll make it a little more friendly for the journal. Let's 1/2 inch them. That's a 1/4. There's a 1/2. There we go. A little more journal friendly now. Less likely to catch up on pages and strings and everything else. Okay, so which way do we want this guy going? That way? I think so. Although he looks best on the outside as a single item, doesn't he? Okay. Coming back to this one. Oops. Oh, sorry. Oh, my cards just went flying. Hope my dog doesn't come in. I better pick them up before she does. One more. Okay. Alright. Now, I don't know. Maybe I do like that one because it's cigar related and it matches up so good with that page. Okay, we're using it. We're using it. Be not afraid. There we go. Perfect. Oh, look at all that glue. Whew. Get all that glue out of there. There. Oh, I like it. Yeah, that was a good one to use there. Nothing says we have to build up the front anyway, but gosh, we got 2 more cards. Okay. And then we have this pocket here and this one here. And then underneath, now if he's writing on this, he could just flip this down, he or she, and then there's a writing space here. But we need something under here. What could we do? Is it just a place to put papers, maybe? What we need is a big fancy receipt to put in there, huh? I don't know where my big receipts are. Maybe this drawer here. Watch, the whole drawer will come flying down. There's a receipt. These would be good writing spots. Here's an ABC paper. So perhaps we could just use our tiny attacher here. Oh, these crazy drawers. Oh, look what I found inside my crazy drawer. Tiny attacher. And then we could fold our papers and put them inside here. We'll come back and grunge those up good. This can go this way too, if you like. See? Or that way. And let's see what we have to go in this pocket. Let's see if we have another one of those guys. Definitely have a nice writing card there. That one doesn't fit, but oh, look. Let's see if it fits in the pocket. Boy, I was serious about gluing here, guys. Okay, so we're going to cut a little off that side. Okay, he fits now. This is about 1/4 of an inch round, so we will do that on this one. The old one has a lot more ink in it. Okay. So there are those two. And if we wanted, we could say, well, maybe we better add his business card too. Even though it's not really a business card, we could say it is. And we could put that right in there. Okay, well, I am going to have to get going. When we come back to this, I have. I think I have. Where did they go, I wonder? Maybe they're in here. No, that's not them. That's not it. Oh, goodness sake. Somewhere I have some torn strips to put on here. Like these, but they're to go around the edge here. But I wonder what I did with them. I I don't know what I did with it. I cleaned up a little bit this morning, not thinking about those things. So I probably picked them right up, you know. My drawer was stuck there open, sorry. Okay. Let's put that there. Okay. Well, we'll have to come back to it because I'm not sure what I did with them. Let's see. Not there. I must have put them in my Tim Holtz drawer because I have a drawer that has all those things in it. But I have some strips that we're going to go ahead and put on here to fix the edges of the book part so that they will stay nice and neat and happy. Nice, neat, and happy. We like that. Because I sure don't have them here on my table where I had them last night. So we will have to come back and get that. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed this little bit that we did today. I'll probably go ahead and work on this, and I will bring it back to you finished, and then it will go onto my Etsy site, and it will be a fun little book, number 117. But if I do decide to decorate the top, perhaps I'll bring you back and we'll do the top together. Okay? All right. Hope you all have a great day, and I'm going to have a great day. So you do too. All right. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.